Welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll discuss few problems on random process from previous GATE problems. And the first problem we'll consider from GATE 2012 ECE. And here you can notice that the power spectral density of a random process xt for positive frequency only, it is shown. And we have to find out expected value of x squared t and expected value of x of t, its mod, that we have to compute, right? So this is the power spectral density given. So for this random process, we'll use this concept, okay? So if you have one random process x of t, to generate this x of t random signals, and then its autocorrelation coefficient, okay, some function, that is your Rx and tau. We'll consider here the stationary process, or at least we'll consider wide chain stationary. Okay, so in that case, this Rx tau is defined as expected value of this x of t and its delayed x of t minus tau. Okay, this expected value is called autocorrelation function. It's a function of delay tau, right? And the power spectral density, if I consider Sx, so if I consider, okay, linear, so okay, so omega, angular frequency, this is called power spectral density. Okay, so relation between these two is simply this Rx tau. If you take Fourier transform, you will get Sx of W. Okay, so that is important thing. So inverse Fourier transform of Sxw is your Rx tau. Right now, if I want to compute only expected value of this or the power of a signal, okay, so you see the power, average this power only, we can compute as this expected value of x squared t. That's simple, and that there we can find that it is Rx at 0 only, because if I put tau equal to 0, then you will get x squared t and its expected value. Okay, so it is Rx of 0 and Rx of 0, and you see the relation is that, so as it is a power spectral density, so Rx 0 would be very simple, or we can find out it's the integration of 1 upon 2 pi integration of Sx w dw, so minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, because Rx tau is the inverse Fourier transform of this one. Okay, that is simply inverse Fourier transform, so 1 upon 2 pi Sx w e to the power plus j omega tau and dw. Okay, this relation. Now if you put tau equal to 0 on both sides, so you will get Rx of 0, that will be equal to simple integration of this one. Okay, so this is a relation, we are going to use it here. Okay, now we'll solve this problem. Now here you see the SXW is given in this form, that it is having one delta here at 10 to the power 4 radian per second, right here. So its value is 400 times del of omega minus 10 to the power 4. And then one triangle from 9 kilo radian per second to 11 into 10 to the power 3 radian per second. This is the width on pointed side, and the height is, maximum height is 6. Okay, so here we need to calculate this integration only, no? So for both sides we should consider. So be careful here. So we need to calculate the expected value of x squared t, and that is your simply 1 upon 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity sx of j omega d omega, right? Now this is this I can write 1 upon 2 pi, and it is both sided, so I can multiply 2 and I can consider only one side, 0 to infinity, and sx of j omega and d omega only. So these two will cancel out. So it implies that 1 upon 1 pi multiplied by this area under this curve. Okay, and it is having two components. One is one del function. Del function is area is 1. Okay, so that I'll consider. So its amplitude was 400. So it is a 400 times 1 plus this area of this triangle. Okay, this is half into base into height. Okay, so this is half into base. Base is this range. So 11 minus 9 is 2. So this is 2 10 to the power 3 radian. So 2 into 10 to the power 3 radian. So I'll compute in radian only, okay? Everything. Right. And then height. This is the base and height is 6. That's all. Okay. This is your 2. Cancel out. So it is 6,000 and 400. So it is 6,400 upon pi. Right. So this will be your what? Correct. And so this is fine. Now we need to calculate this as well. So E of xt. Now as at 0 frequency there is no component, Sx is not there. It's implied that DC component is absent. Okay, and as it is shifted around 10 to the power 4 radian per second, that implies that it is modulated by 10 to the power 4 radian signals per second signals, sinusoidal signals, right? So and though it is having one impulse here, that means okay, originally baseband signal is having some DC, but that is shifted, so sinusoidal is multiplied. Thus the sinusoidal signals, this DC component, this average value, expected value is 0. So thus the expected value of xt will become 0. So this is the logic, right? So you see we are having 6,400 upon pi. This is the power, and the expected value of xt only, it is 0. So mod of this one is also 0. Okay, so answer B is correct. So answer B is correct, right? Fine. We'll move to the next problem. Now this is one system given, right? So here I want to discuss this one. If there is a system and its system response h of t is given, then it is x of t is applied random signal, and then we'll get another random signal, it is a y of t. Then if its first circle density is sx of f, okay, I can consider omega or f, anything, linear frequency or angular frequency, then it will be syf, right? And that is related as simply h of f, that mod square times and where h of f is the Fourier transform of h of t into Sxf. That simple relation we can use it, right? And about autocorrelation matrix, if I have an autocorrelation here, so this is Rx tau, and here it is Ry tau, then that thing can write as h of tau convolution with h of minus tau and convolution with Rx of tau. Okay, so these two relations, if you know, it's sufficient to handle all the problems. So now here you see the XT stationary random signal process. Okay, Rx is given, and already we have seen that Rx is Rx and Sx. The relation is this Rx tau, its Fourier transform is Sxf. Okay, that also we can use it. So this is Rx tau is given. Now it is processed through this system. Now part faculty density of the output, that is SYF, that we need to calculate. Okay. Now, so two things I need. One is Sxf, we have to calculate, and that is your Fourier transform of Rx tau. Okay. So now for this signal, you see this is given as e to the power minus pi t square, and its Fourier transform, that will be your Sxf, that will be same exponential minus pi f square. Okay, so if it is input is Gaussian, its Fourier transform is also Gaussian. Exactly, this is the only one function which will have both same function for frequency domain as well as time domain. Okay, right. Now what is your h of f, total h of f, this for this system that we need to calculate. So this is 1, nothing is given, means 1, and this is your h of f is j 2 pi f. So total system is combination of these two. So total h of f will be j 2 pi f plus 1, right? So from here we can say that mod of h of f square is simply 4 pi f square plus 1. Okay, so from here, okay, so this SYF is simply product of these two. This HF square, I can write 4 pi f square plus 1 times the SXF, that is your e to the power minus pi f square, right? So the answer A is making for pi square, right? It should be, okay, this is pi square. 4 into pi square f square, and this is plus 1, and exponential e to the power minus pi f square. Okay, so answer A is correct one. Next, now this is a very simple problem. A white noise is given as, so part spectral density is double-sided, part both sides will consider. So you know that Sxf for white noise, it's constant both sides. Okay, so it's a linear frequency I'm considering here. So it is this value at 0. So this value is given as 10 to the power minus 10 watt per, this is watt, okay, per hertz, right? Now, so what is the you have to find out the power of the output process. So first we will calculate SYF. What is SYF? Is your this Sxf multiplied by mod of h of f, that square. Okay, so as this is given 10 to the power minus 10, and this value is, okay, it is fine, h of f, that mod square, and that function is given triangular. Okay, now we need to calculate the power y, and that is simply integration of SYF df. So linear frequency, no scaling factor 1 upon 2 pi. If it is a angular frequency, then we'll put 1 upon 2 pi. Okay, so minus infinity to infinity, both side. Remember, right? So with both side, so I can consider 2 into single side 0 to infinity, and this is your Sy of f df. So 2 times the area under this curve. So only one positive side. Okay, so be careful. It is around the 0. So this only, this is the width, half into base into height. Okay, so the positive area, or you can consider both sides same thing. Okay, so only positive area half into base into height. Here base is only 10 to the power 4, 10 kilohertz means 10 to the power 4. Okay, this width is 10 to the power 4 and height is 1. Okay, and it was multiplied by 10 to the power minus 10, right? So these two to cancel out, so this is your 10 to the power minus 6 watt. So this one, be careful, these two I have considered here because we are considering only right side. Otherwise also you can calculate from here only. So that simple, half into base into height. Half into base is, if I consider 20 kilohertz, so 20 10 to the power 3, and height is 1, and 10 to the power minus 10. So you will get the same answer, 10 to the power minus 6 watt. Okay, so answer B is correct. Next, for the density of stationary forces is sin square. So if SXF is sin square, so and you know that a triangular function is having, if Rx, if the Rx is triangular, then its perfect density will be sin square. Right? So it's sin square f. So I'm not going to detail this point, all those things, but we know that one sin function, so one square function is there, you get function Rx tau, they will get a sin function, and sin square, for sin square we have triangular function in autocorrelation function. Okay, so answer B is correct here. That's very simple. So next one, this one. Now you see it is given that this Sx perfect density is given, and the Sx this one is from minus plus capital W to minus capital W. So this height is 1 upon W, this point. Okay, so its inverse Fourier transform, if you consider, then only you will get Rx tau, right? And that will be a sin function. That you understand that it will be a sin function. Okay, then what will happen? This expected value of this one, x of t, and x of t minus 1 upon 4 w. So here I can put it tau. Here put tau, and tau equals to, here tau equals to 1 upon 4 w, right? So this is your pi, and this is your Rx tau. That means you need to find out phi into Rx at tau equal to 1 upon 4. That thing only you have to consider. Okay, so this Rx tau, its value we need to compute. So we can consider linear frequency. So the frequency is 1 upon this is up to w, so I can have the sine function, sine, and it's a linear frequency given. Okay, this is the f is given linear frequency, this is the f, so it is 2 pi capital W T upon simply pi, and its scaling factor is 1 upon W. That's it. Okay, so now what is this? This one we can calculate. This is pi, and this is Rx at tau equals to 1 upon 4W. So this is pi, and this is your 1 upon W, and it is sine 2 pi W, and here I put this tau, it's a tau only. Okay, tau I'll put is 1 upon 4W. It is a tau only. Okay, t is tau, so it is pi, and tau is your 1 upon 4W. So this pi will cancel out, this W will cancel out, and this is 4 is going here, and W will cancel out here, 2 will come here, so it is 4 sine pi by 2. Sine part is 1, so it is 4. Okay, so answer is 4, right? I hope you have got this concept. So if you like my channel, and please subscribe this one, I'll be updating more videos. Thank you.